Welcome to the Sister Speak Show, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action. A talk show for great minds that create, inspire, and evolve. Sister, spiritual inspiration shared through the arts. Sister, spiritual inspiration shared through Ayana. When can you listen to the Sister Speak Show? At 7 p.m. Central. Tune in on the go or at your residence show. Spreaker, YouTube, Alexa, or SoundCloud. Interviewing special guests that have been blessed and will bless us. Through spoken word and awareness, knowledge is wealth if you gain it. Share this in the streets, in the burbs, anywhere that we can be heard. It's about that time to elevate your mind. Feel the beat, Sister Speak. Come and eat a spiritual treat.
My brothers and my sisters, tonight we are going to be blessed on coming to the stage. Oh, well, who's the special guest tonight? Ayana? Well, let me explain to you. Soul Scribe, the poet. Oh, this sister is powerful. This sister has so much thunder. Oh, when she calls in and we get to vibing and you get to hear one of her pieces or hopefully two of her pieces, you'll know why she's coming on to the stage, and you'll know why she's on the Sister Speak Show. So listen, my brothers and sisters, this is very, very important. The Sister Speak Show has a contest tonight, okay? Well, what do you mean we have a contest? Well, let me just break it down to you. We have a contest tonight at 7:45. 7:45, the first listener to chat live with us on the Sister Speak Show will win 2 tickets to a special event. Well, what's the event? The event is put on by the Hear Ye podcast, these sisters coming straight out of Dallas, and the event is called Bones and Bubbly Game Night. 7 p.m. to 12 a.m., January 19th, 2018. Sounds by DJ Dawn. What will happen is you will win prizes and play games while kicking it with your favorite DFW podcast. I mean, come on, my brothers and sisters. We want you to come out and support this event. It's put on. You can get the tickets for $10 at Eventbrite. But tonight, the first listener to chat live will win 2 free tickets. That's what I'm talking about, my brothers and sisters. So all you have to do, this is all you have to do. Create an account, log in, follow the Sister Speak Show, and at 7:45, enter into the chat, and guess what? You'll be the winner. So we look forward to you entering into that contest this evening, okay, my brothers and sisters? So let me explain something to you, to my first-time listeners. The Sister Speak Show has a few segments. We have the platform, coming to the stage, the culture climate. We have the tour. We have the lifeline. And just added to the Sister Speak Show, we have the search effort. And the search effort is based on highlighting internationally the fact that there are brothers and sisters who have gone missing, and we want to add light to the story. No, I'm not the first podcast or talk show to venture into this, but what I'm doing is joining the quest to locate our missing brothers and sisters. Not only can you get that on the search effort, but you can also hear stories from survivors, those who were able to beat the odds, beat their captors, come out of being kidnapped, fight for their life, and survive. We want to highlight their stories and share that with you. So what we're going to do is really just hone in locally, nationally, and internationally on those who have gone missing. If you know of somebody who needs to be on this show, contact me at SGTPGW, and you can go to my direct message, or you can go on sistergoodthing.com, go to the contact page, and submit your inquiry for being on this show, or your suggestion for someone to be on this show. You know, not enough attention is put on our brothers and sisters when they go missing, but hey, why not join the quest? And not only that, we'll have interviews. I'll be interviewing, homicide detective, homicide investigators, coroners. Now, this isn't to be gruesome, but this is to really just focus on what is going on as far as crimes that are taking place amongst our brothers and sisters. And we're going to also focus on cold cases. That's right, brothers and sisters. We're not going to, excuse me, recovering from the flu, my brothers and sisters. We're not going to let, another post go unmentioned, or, I don't want our brothers and sisters to feel slighted when it comes to our brothers and sisters going missing. We already know how the media is not going to give too much attention to what we have going on, but the Sister Speak show will. So that's what the search effort is about. It's about cold cases, stories from survivors, and highlighting brothers and sisters who have gone missing and helping their loved ones potentially bring them back home. Okay, my brothers and sisters? So if you listen to the first 48, if you listen to, Dateline ID and Fatal Attraction and Thou Shalt Not and For My Man and things along that nature, then you understand. And Snapped, that's what we're doing here, but we're bringing it through the platform of a podcast. So now that you've heard those stories, those segments, the platform, coming to the stage, the culture climate, the laugh line, the tour, and the search effort, understand that the special guests that will be coming on our show, they will be giving interviews, live performances, in-studio interviews, and live on-location reports. The special guests who will be on the Sister Speak show are dynamic, and they are impacting the community with their passions. The Sister Speak show is a talk show that will keep your mind, soul, informed, energized, and encouraged. This is a cultural renaissance platform that influences a climate that is conducive to who you are and who you should be. No reckless entertainment, my brothers and sisters. Just responsible listening nourishment. We don't go dumb. We go wisdom. So some of you are saying that beat is so funky. That beat is so hot. Well, who is that? Like I said, Kingdom Child Recordings, Derek Ben Israel, executive producer of the Sister Speak show. Got the beat so funky and so jive, right? I mean, the groove is definitely in the house. So listen, my brothers and sisters, my special guest is going to be calling in. We're going to vibe. We're going to have a good time. I just want to tell you, look, you got to keep your bodies together. You've got to make sure that you are eating properly. I caught the flu. I didn't even know I had a glove. I didn't even know I was on the baseball diamond. But I caught the flu. Had to go to the emergency room. Okay? Body aches, pains, stuffy nose. I tried to fight through it. I tried. But it took me out in the 4th round. Okay? The 4th round, it came through with a vengeance. So anyway, I'm feeling much better. I got 2 pain relievers. They had to give me shots because I do not take pills. Pills don't work well for me at all. So they really took good care of me. But I wasn't the only one in there. And once they gave me those shots, I was feeling a lot better. I cannot lie. The first shot did definitely sting, but we gotta be a soldier, gotta be a trooper. But anyways, so once I got my shot, I was just like, okay, all right. She said 20 minutes, you're gonna feel some relief. I'm like, okay, because if any of you have had the flu, and I'm sure you all have had the flu or virus or aches and pains, once you have reached that level, it's just like, everything is just up against it. So I am feeling better, still have remnants of, the congestion and things like that. But you know what? The show must go on. I was working from my bed nonstop, trying to make sure I put out my flyers, promoting and, speaking with guests and just doing everything that I had to do because the show must go on. It's amazing. Like when you own your own business and when you are doing your own podcast, like how much goes into it. It's no joke. I'm talking about it's no joke. It requires a lot of attention, a lot of focus, making sure that you tend to your special guests and, nurturing potential special guests into understanding, why they've been selected to come onto the show. Oh, brothers and sisters, something special is getting ready to happen right now. Calling in, my brothers and sisters, live on Coming to the Stage is our special guest, Soul Scribe, the poet. Let's give her a round of applause. How you doing, my sister?
Hey, how are you doing?
am fine. I am so glad that you called in. Oh my gosh. So wait, first of all, tell everybody where you're calling in from.
Well, I'm calling from the Atlanta, Georgia area. Been here since living in Georgia since 2004. So originally from Alabama. Grew up in Youngstown, Ohio.
Well, shout out. I thank you all for letting this beautiful queen come onto the show. Now, brothers and sisters, Soul Scribe the Poet is thunder, lightning in one. Okay, you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about in a few seconds. So, my sister, thank you for calling in. How's your day going so far?
It's going pretty good. I really can't complain. It's been an easy day. The weather changed real fast on me, so kind of unexpectedly. But overall, I've had a pretty good day. I can't complain. How about you?
Oh, I am recovering. Thank you for asking. I was just telling the listening audience, I caught the flu. I had to go to the ER, but you still.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, the flu took me down in the 4th round. I thought I had it in the first 3, and my husband was taking such good care of me and everything. But in the 4th round, it won. Had to go to the emergency room, but I'm feeling much better. Still a little congested, but the show must go on. And so here we are. I was like, ooh, I can't cancel on her tonight. There's no way. I was like,
I would have understood, though. It's your health comes first, and I know things happen. Life happens to everyone. So I wouldn't have taken it personally at all. But I'm glad you're feeling somewhat better, and I'm glad to be on the show for sure.
Thank you so much. So let's just get right into it. Soul Scribe the Poet. How did that name come to life?
Soul Scribe. Gosh, I was just playing with the name. I was thinking of what defines me. I'm a very passionate person. Everything I do with my whole being, my soul. I like to, focus on spirituality, not from a religious standpoint, but just overall.
Yes.
And then I thought about, the scribes, the ancient scribes and the writers and storytellers, the griots. And I thought that, that was something that would be fitting. And I just, put it together, and I was like, Soul Scribe. I'm writing my soul onto paper. In a clever and, fun way, and in an intriguing way. So, Soul Scribe.
I love it. So, Soul Scribes, what makes you want to write? Like, what makes you say, you know what? Pen to paper right now. Like, what is that one influencing moment that says, you know what, this has got to be a poetic piece? Like, what is it that influences you to write?
Gosh, honestly, as a writer and a poet, I can't even say, that can't even really be defined. You find yourself inspired by a number of things at any moment in time. I'm never able to really say, okay, I'm going to write. Right. It's kind of something that starts happening inside of me. It's just I don't know if that sounds really weird.
No, not at all.
I guess if you had to think about it in a religious sense, like the Holy Ghost coming over you, and you're like, oh, what is this? Yes. You feel something from a chain of events, or from a person, or and it's just been on your mind, it's just, well, it's really hard to explain. It's not something that I can really force and just sit down and say I'm going to write about it. It's something that is kind of just takes over, and you find yourself putting words together in your head, and then you find yourself looking for your phone or for a pen and some paper to try to get it out of your system, because it just won't go away. And it's kind of like just taking over your complete being. And so there's all kinds of things that inspire me. I'm not sure if you had a chance to listen to my album, but there's so many different sides to me. There's so many different things to talk about in the world, that we deal with. And I'm one of those poets and writers who I don't like to be one-dimensional. I like to be real. I like to talk about, everything about me as a person, and the way I feel about different things, from sexuality to police brutality and empowering women. you
yes.
know, all those things mean something to me, you know, and much more. So I like to be able to express myself and to let people know that I have something to say. Yeah, so, you know, that's just what it is. I enjoy being a writer, but it is sometimes it can be a little annoying because, you know, you could be driving down the road and a song is on or someone is on your mind and
yes.
you can't get them off your mind and you're like, and it's happening and you're like, right now? This is happening? I got to pull over, you know, I got to find my phone and try to get this out of me because it's not going to leave me alone. So,
wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. And so we're definitely going to touch on your album because that's like when I went over there and I started listening to your album, I said, oh, I done found another one. You know, I just get so excited because it's just like I found another one. And, you know, we'll definitely get into that. So with your poetic journey, is this something that took place that you started doing in elementary, junior high, high school, you know, after high school? Like, how does it develop? How do you say this, I definitely have a gift?
Right. Oh, wow. Well, I first started writing, I guess I was probably about 12.
Okay.
I was inspired, but I'm not sure how old you are, but I'm, you know, from the, you know, generation of the salt and pepper.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
And those women were very empowering, and they weren't afraid to speak their mind and say what they wanted and demand the respect. And, you know, even at that age, it's so funny because that's more me now than it was growing up, but that was something that really touched me and made me say, I want to be like those sisters. They are bad.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And, you know, they were great at what they did. They were entertaining and they were outspoken. And so I wrote my first rap, you know, because of them. And like I said, that was probably around 11 or 12 or something like that. And that's kind of where my first, and I didn't know then, of course, that I would eventually be a writer, you know, poet. Back then I wanted to be a school teacher.
Wow.
Which I tell people I'm still somewhat of a teacher.
Yes, you are.
You know, depending on what I'm doing. If I'm speaking in front of students or in front of a crowd and I'm educating them on something, you know, history or police brutality or anything like that, still standing in front of people, just not in front of a classroom.
Right.
But, yeah, and so I didn't write much in high school or junior high. I've always journaled, you know, journaling was kind of my thing. And then eventually in college is when I just found myself doing it more and more after finding a local open mic while I was in college in Montgomery, Alabama. So, and my friends started being poets. They were all, you know, writers, and they would share. I didn't even really call myself a poet then. But I knew that I had poetry and I wanted to share it. You know, that's kind of where it was. And then when I moved to Atlanta after graduating from college, is when I realized, when I finally got back on a microphone and I saw the response of the audience back in 2010 or 2009, something like that. I was like, wow. It was energetic. It was amazing. I had never seen people respond to me that way. And that was kind of where I was like, okay, I have something here. So I need to maybe take this a little bit more serious. And then I released my first album in 2011. So.
Okay, see, when I tell you all that I have the dopest, most phenomenal special guest coming on my show, that's what I mean. Because see, she said when I dropped my first album, that means that there's another one, okay? Brothers and sisters, look, this isn't a joke, okay? The sisters got what we call a repertoire. She has a resume. She has a portfolio. This isn't no small time shuck and jive. Her first album, okay? Okay, two questions. The first one, you know, that first time you got on stage, you know, I could just see that it was electrifying. It's nothing like the audience relating to you, feeling you, like, yeah, like, you're like, in a minute, I'm going to start pulling out some scriptures on y'all if y'all don't stop this, because you're just so excited that they are in tune with what you're doing. And it's so beautiful because what the Most High God does is when you're in your lane, sometimes you can, be a little nervous, not be too sure, and he has to reassure you. And so then here comes the crowd backing you and saying, yeah, I'm feeling you. So take us through that time when you got on stage. Like, were you nervous?
Oh, absolutely. I was nervous. My husband at the time was there, and one of his college friends, a good friend of ours, and I was excited that he had come out to support me. The weather was nice. I had on a little sundress, and I used to wear a lot of headscarves and head wraps, so I had on a little head wrap, and I was just patiently waiting for my time to come up, and then I finally got up there on the mic, and I want to tell you, it's so funny because I think I've seen the video of it. I want to say my ex-husband that recorded it, I'm not sure. But when I look back at the video, I was going through that piece so fast. I was so nervous. But the crowd and the response, the people loved it. But, looking at it from where I am now in 2017, it's like, oh, my God, that is horrible.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, we will.
Because I've developed so much and I've grown so much, that I'm like, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that. But that moment, it was pure, it was real, it was raw, it was engaging still, but it was just definitely not the way I perform today.
Yeah.
As someone who studied and matured. But, it was, I almost ran off stage. I moved so fast, and everything happened so fast.
Yeah.
But the words, people were listening to my words, and that is what, and probably my energy more than anything. I don't think it mattered that I was going through that piece so fast. They could relate to it, and they enjoyed it, and it was fun.
Oh, I appreciate you sharing that, because I think one thing we all can relate to, no matter who you are, when it comes to public speaking, either you can do it or you can't. And the thing about it is, we all, even those who may have a gift of doing it, look, it doesn't matter. You're going to still get nervous. You're going to want it to be over with. There's going to be so many different emotions that go through your body, because I have spoken several times, and every time, without fail, I don't know if it's like a hater that is following my life, but every time I get ready to speak, not trying to be gross, but my stomach always starts to mess with me. My stomach starts to bubble. It's always right before, it's like, I know I ain't got no gas right before I'm getting ready to give this welcome at this church. I know I ain't got no gas when I'm finna go up here and do this monologue. It's just like the gas bubbles just come from just the nerves. And and look when you,
I've been there, trust me, I know you can't eat like I've made a big mistake of eating before an event. Oh my God, my stomach is rumbling. I can't even eat before a performance. At least 2 or 3 hours.
Nope, you can't.
A lot of times after the event, you'll find me hunting and searching for food.
Oh yes.
Because I have to have an empty stomach. If anything, I can have maybe a glass of wine or a drink to help kind of calm my nerves.
Yeah.
Not too many though. I've made that mistake.
Wait a minute.
And gotten on stage and had to freestyle because I couldn't remember words. Well, you can have one too many.
Oh my God.
And as a speaker, that's the last thing you want to do. And so just try to find creative ways to calm my nerves.
Yes.
And mine, of course, is not eating anything that would upset my stomach, or just eating, period. And then, of course, maybe having something to like calm my nerves, or listening to, a certain song before I go on stage. And, getting off in a corner by myself. A lot of poets like to kind of visit the bathroom frequently or stand outside or stand in the back of the room and just take in the energy of the room.
Yes.
We have different, methods that we use to kind of fuel our performance before we go on stage and make it, easier for us.
Oh, yes, because I had said to myself, I was like, man, if this releases, I'm going to knock out 3 pastors and 2 deacons tonight. And this is not going to be all right. The ushers, there ain't enough ushers here. Ain't enough ushers here tonight for what might happen. I'm just saying, though. But, okay, so when you finally did that piece, you were like, okay, they were receptive. And, of course, you look back and you were like, there are things that I could have done differently. And I think every speaker, spoken word artist, improv, anybody who is working with the stage can relate to, critiquing yourself and wanting to do better. You're like, because I've looked back on some of my pieces and been like, okay, I should have slid down the wall. I should have rolled around. I should have let the breeze hit my eyes. No, I'm just playing. but you always go back and you say, okay, I could have done this differently. So that is a part of our journey. And I think that those moments are designed so we can see how much we have grown. So after you did that, you got ready to do your first album. When did you decide, what? I'm going to create an album.
Wow. So I can't remember exactly when, but I do remember why. And so being in Atlanta and seeing the poetry scene and learning more about some of the poets before us and the things that they had done when it came to spoken word and having their own poetry albums, I was just learning so much. And I was seeing a lot of the artists around me who were already there in that place and space with their poetry, spoken word albums, and I see them selling them at events and open mics, and I was like, I'm gonna do one too,
Yeah, why not?
And I want to say it was after I met Sonia Sanchez.
Okay.
I was in DC, and I was at Busboys and Poets, and it was one of the most incredible experiences I had ever had. And I just started studying her more, listening to her words and her poetry music or albums and things like that, and it really inspired me. And I'd written a poem for her and sent it to her, and then she sent me a letter back, handwritten letter back in the mail.
Wow.
And right. That's what I said. Oh my God, when I got it out the mailbox.
Yeah.
And then she said, whatever you do, don't stop writing. She loved the poem, and I was just like, I'm going to do, it just really inspired me. I was like, I'm going to do a spoken word album.
Okay.
And I started the process of trying to figure out how that happens, what I needed to have, finding a producer, figuring out how much that would cost, doing the groundwork and, picking poems, deciding what I was going to put on there and writing poems for, some of the music that I received, and just made it happen.
Okay, thank you for that. So let's just go through it. How many pieces of poetry are on your first album?
Oh gosh, I want to say there's at least 12.
Wow.
And there may be more. I will have to look on. It's on iTunes and Amazon and all of that, but I don't remember exactly. But I want to say about 12.
Wow, 12. So how long did it take you to create the entire album?
Well, here's the thing. A lot of the pieces were, and I'm a writer. I've been writing for a long time. So a lot of the pieces were already done.
Oh, wow.
And so what happened was when I found this producer, and this is the way some people do it, I found a producer who said, well, here's what I want you to do. I just want you to, well, he sent me music at first, and then I tried to fit pieces to the music, and it was the most difficult thing ever because I already had the pieces that I wanted to share. So he said, I want you to go in the studio, and I just want you to record those pieces the way you perform them and send me the vocals.
Okay.
And then sent him the vocals, and then he took it, and he played with it, and he put it with the music that he thought fitted and sent it to me, and we went back and forth, and I was like, wow, so he had everything he needed. Of course, he had his music, his studio, he had my vocals because I emailed them to him. And he just made it happen, and we agreed on pieces, and the ones we didn't, he redid and found another beat and layered my vocals on top of the music, you know. And then a lot of people don't agree with that style, but there's many ways to do it, you know. Mm-hmm. You can write to the music, or, you know, you can just go in the studio with the producer and make it all happen, or you can just do like I said and send the vocals to the producer and have him work his magic. And so that is what we did. He actually lives in Maryland.
Wow.
He doesn't even live in Atlanta. So we worked remotely completely. I've never actually met him.
Wow, that is amazing. And so, you know, there are so many spoken word artists, you know, all over the United States and abroad. And some of them, you know, of course, they're going to be listening to this show, and they may, you know, not know the steps to take, but you just shared some of the steps to take in order to produce an album. Now, when it comes to finding a reputable producer, you know, what advice can you give the spoken word artists who are interested in creating an album when it comes to finding a reputable producer?
Well, you know, what a lot of people do is they look at some of the other spoken word artists who they've heard and see who their producer was and listen to it. Or what I think I also did was I just put out like a message on Facebook saying, hey, I'm working on my spoken word album. If you know any producers, you know, tag them or let me know. And once you get the feedback that you need, then you reach out and you find more information about those producers. You go to their SoundCloud or their YouTube, or you ask them to send you music that they've done that you can listen to, so you can see if their style and what they've created is, you know, something that you enjoy and like, you know, and think that they could, you know. And then of course making sure that you mesh and have a good vibe with the producer is important too. You know, that you can talk to them easily, you know, that they're not going to boss you around and tell you what you can and cannot do with your own project, you know.
Right.
Just making sure that it's a good connection and a good fit. So that is basically how, you know, I think I started that. And then when I found someone, you know, I asked him, well, how much does it cost to do a spoken word album? I don't know. I've never done this before, you know. And he was like, well, here's what I do with the people I've worked with. You know, I set up a payment plan. You pay, you know, this is the total. You pay half up front and half at the end, or you can pay, you know, 3 times, you know, half in the beginning, you know, more in the middle, and then more at the end. But, you know, he likes to make it easy for artists because he understands we're struggling artists. And, you know, a lot of times people don't have that kind of money up front just to put down on anything, you know, with bills and responsibilities. Oh, yes. You know, he just wanted to make it easier, and so he just had to put a deposit down. And then, you know, a lot of times the producers will walk you through the process because they're used to working with artists, not just spoken word artists. But they'll help you and they'll guide you, you know, through what you need to do to get your project done. And that's what he did. He was like, okay, I need you to, when we realized that we weren't going to be able to work with him just sending me music and me trying to find pieces that fit with the music, he said, well, why don't we just do this? Why don't you just find a studio in Atlanta, record your vocals, send them to me, and then I'm going to take care of it from there. And that's what we did. And, you know, we just constantly communicated and went back and forth until we thought we were at a good place, and we're ready to get it done. And, of course, you know, getting it mixed and mastered and, you know, looking into doing your homework and research on how to get it onto iTunes and CD Baby and all of that. And what I did was I just went through CD Baby, and, of course, they distributed it to iTunes and to Amazon and to Spotify and to all the other online streaming sites for me. Wow. So I really didn't have to go to iTunes or to Amazon or to Spotify and do it myself. You know, and I just, you know, went to CD Baby, paid whatever I needed to pay, you know, and that was it. Got my UPC code and all of that stuff. You just kind of do your homework. Make sure you upload all of the content and poetry to the copyright office, and get in a BMI account or ASCAP so that your music is registered, and that you receive your royalties and you know, performance fees. You know.
Woo-hoo, sister. You go on with your bad self today. You hear me? Oh, this is wisdom.
It's a lot of work. you know, while you're working on the album, those are things you could be doing on the side, you know. The copyright office is like $35 for a full project, or you could just do, you know, $35 each one, you know. But, you know, just making sure the business side is handled too is important, because most of what I tell people, most of what you do, 80 to 90% of it is the business.
Yeah.
You know, the rest is the poetry or the performing that you got that naturally, you know. Of course, you need to rehearse and you need to practice and things like that. But the business is the main thing that you have to take care of, you know. Booking shows, you know, getting a photo shoot done, you know, coming up with a creative album name and placing your music. And, yeah.
Wow.
Finding ways to market yourself. You know?
I mean, thank you, because, you know, our brothers and sisters needed to hear that. Now, tell them how to copyright their material, because a lot of people, you know, we see copyright infringements and all kind of things taking place. So just educate our brothers and sisters on how to copyright their music, their poetry, or anything.
Well, it's really simple, you know. You write, if you've written your poetry already and it's in a Word document, just combine it all into a Word document. Go to the U.S. Copyright Office website, you know, register with them, create an account, go in there, and you'll see, you know, the menu to copyright your work. It'll ask you what kind of work you have, and you'll upload the documents. You'll enter all your personal information into it, and you know, who else has rights to it, you know, of course, if something were to happen to you, you know.
Okay.
And you just go through the steps, and once you get to the end, you pay $35, you submit it, you know, and then, of course, will send you a certificate. I guess a couple months. It took quite a while to get mine, but yeah, a couple months later, you'll get your certificate in the mail showing what pieces you submitted and that were registered with the Copyright Office, and it's a pretty simple process.
Wow.
And pretty affordable too.
Yeah.
Because you can do a collection of work for $35, or you can just do one poem for $35. Of course, it makes more sense to do the first one, but yeah, it's a really easy process, you know.
Thank you for sharing. So, what's the title of your first album?
The first album is called Hopeless Romantic.
Hopeless Romantic.
I'm a bit of a hopeless romantic. I think this changed a little bit over time.
Yeah.
You've probably listened to my most recent album.
Yes.
I'm still somewhat at the core hopeless romantic. However, you know, I'm no longer married. I've experienced different dating situations and my outlook on a lot of things when it comes to love and marriage have completely changed. I still believe in love. I still believe, in marriage. I think it's great for the union. But I just think that I have a more realistic view, because I was with my ex-husband for 14 years.
Okay.
From college.
Wow.
I never really got to know who I was or experience a lot of dating and different things like that. So, being a hopeless romantic, was good for me. But I think this second album, A Journey to Love, loving myself for me, for who I am, no matter what anyone thinks, is a lot more real for me. So it's home,
Yeah, I understand. I appreciate you sharing that. So, Hopeless Romantic, and then you said the second album is called A Journey Through Love?
Journey to Love.
A Journey to Love.
Journey to Love. The experiences that I've had, the people I've dated, the way I've learned to love myself.
Right.
And take care of myself and make sure that I'm happy. Journey to learn how to love other people despite their flaws and unconditionally. So I've learned so much. I've learned so much about myself, so much about people. Mm-hmm. I'm still learning, but yeah, Journey to Love.
So what are the 3 things that you have learned so far with your journey to love?
One of the main things that I've learned is that it takes a lot more than love.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a lot more than love to operate and to grow together There are times when you're not going to like the person. You know, it's not, and it's so funny you said that because I shared something today on Facebook. This woman said, I did not marry for love. She married for everything. I mean, she said she loved her husband, and I totally agree. But the foundation for the building, for the stability, for all of those things, because sometimes that feeling, you know, those dopamines and all of that can go away. Mm-hmm. But what do you have after that? What is your legacy for your children? You know, it goes much deeper than he gives me butterflies.
Right. It does.
There's more to life than that. And so I've learned that it's got to go deeper than my heart jumping when he comes around. Sure, it has to jump when he comes around. But outside of that, we're going to build together, and we're going to build, you know, our kingdom together, and create stability in the future and a legacy for our children, and for our family, and contribute to the world together as a team. You know, that's one thing that I've learned. Yes, love is necessary for that to happen, but that is, you know, not necessarily the reason where you just stay with someone or decide to marry them. One of the other thing that I've learned, I've learned to put myself first. I had a horrible habit of trying to please people.
Oh, boy.
And making sure that they were happy, that they were comfortable, and not really paying attention to the fact that I wasn't.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
So, I've walked away from people that I truly love and want to be with because of that reason, because self-preservation.
Yes.
It's so important. It's so important. And when you don't have the love you need to have for yourself, you really just can't love anyone else properly. And so learning to walk away from things, no matter how bad I want them. I mean, I've really wanted some situations really, really bad to work out, you know, and they probably could have had I been willing to sacrifice my own happiness and needs.
Yes.
But I'm at a place now where that's just not acceptable. I can't do that. And I've done that in the past. And so that's a lesson that I learned, definitely. The third thing, let's see, to continue just being myself, to be open, to be free, to not care what people think about who I am or how I am. You know, for so long I let people's judgment and opinions of me try to form me into this model or make of what they thought I should be. I was living for others' perception.
Oh, yeah.
So I was, you know, always playing the good girl role, or I'm still a good girl, but
I know what you're saying.
I also have other sides to me and things that I've wanted to say or express. And I had people in my back pocket saying, hey, you don't need to say that, or you don't need to do that. And, you know, I'm 40 years old, you know, and this was, you know, people coming to me trying to control the things that I said, the things that I did, who I hung out with, you know, and I was just trying to put on this role to fit in, even at my age, you know, and it just was not me taking care of myself, you know, not being free, not being open, and I can't live like that. You know, I had to let a lot of people go, you know, because of that, because I'm not going to be who you think I should be. I'm not going to submit to your idea of me, you know, or humble, or I guess try to humble myself because you don't think I should speak up or I should be in a certain position, you know, and it's just, it's just one of those things you have to learn over time when you start analyzing the relationship that you have with people.
Oh, yes. And so, are you a mother?
Yes, I'm a mother.
Okay, so then now do you have a daughter or son? You have a daughter, son, or?
Yeah, I have a daughter who's 15 months, and I have a son who's 9.
Oh, okay. So this is perfect to talk about. With the journey of love and everything, I was watching on Judge Judy the other day, and a sister and a brother were in court because there were allegations that the sister's boyfriend had touched her 8-year-old daughter inappropriately. And the father of the 8-year-old wanted the girl out of the house, period, point blank. And, the mother still does not think that the 8-year-old was touched inappropriately by the boyfriend that was living in the house.
Oh, my.
Now, our sisters at an alarming rate are very much so allergic to sleeping in the bed by themselves.
I've been there.
Okay.
Yeah,
oh, me too. Oh, me too. So I know it. I know when I speak, it's one of them things where you just got to sit there and be like, ooh, she telling the truth. Excuse me, because I've been there. So when it comes to our sisters getting in these relationships, what do you think it is that they are, completely turning their eyes away from what's right in front of their face? Why are they at such an alarming rate bringing in pedophiles into their home, essentially molesters into their homes, and not listening to their sons or daughters when they say, look, dude touched me inappropriately? What do you think it is with our sisters?
Wow. That's a hard one because I've never really had to deal with anything of that nature. But when it comes to holding on to toxic relationships and people who are bad for you, I have experienced that.
Yes.
And when I say that, my personal, I can speak from my experience, my personal issue was wanting to be in love, wanting someone to love me. But the problem was that I didn't think I was good enough in the first place because of my history with my father, and not knowing him or being, feeling like I was accepted, as his daughter and being loved, and constantly looking for that in relationships with men.
Yes.
And, I'm sure there's a huge problem with that in our community among, Black women, who are fatherless. And I just think that, until you realize, that you are enough, that you are good enough, that you do deserve the best, regardless of who hurt you in the past, who wasn't there, but that's a self-reflection thing, that's a process. And so I don't know what the specific problem is in that particular case, but I do know that my problem was, constantly searching for that void.
Yes.
And willing to risk it with some of the worst people for me.
Oof.
And seeing signs that they didn't love me. And then when I found out or realized that they didn't love me, I tried even harder to make them love me.
Say it, sister. Say it. Say
because I was like, then I thought about my relationship with my father. Well, of course no one's going to love me. Hell, my own father didn't. You know what I mean? So it's like then I'm fighting to convince people to love me. Like I am lovable. I am good enough. And I'm trying to prove it to them because I've never had it, or I never had it. And so I think that is the thing, is when you realize that you are good enough and that there was a flaw in that person, that person who your father was or whatever, and that you deserve the very best and to be treated with respect and love and loyalty and all of that good stuff, then you stop accepting the bullshit. No, I'm not saying that, and I'm sorry for cursing. I don't know if you're listeners. But
don't trip.
It's just finding, and I'm not going to say I'm perfect now, and that I don't fall for situations sometimes. But I'm like, correcting myself and making sure that I'm staying on top and trying to, do self-reflecting, because we all fall short. But it's just something you have to look within, and that's a growing process. And some people never get it, and that's unfortunate. unfortunate, but we have to, as sisters, and as you, I'm sure, do and are doing by even bringing this up, is constantly reminding women that you're beautiful, that you are enough, that your father, he didn't love you because he didn't love himself. You know, he didn't have a clue, you know, and that's not a reflection of who you are, what you deserve from men, and you know, taking the time to try to prove something to people who don't even deserve you in the first place. You know, reminding our sisters that they are royalty, and that they deserve that, and that they are loved, and that they have to be patient, and you know, being in a toxic situation is horrible for their children. You know, I can't even imagine that happening, you know, but I do think about that with my child, and I try to do things to make sure that I'm aware of how much time he's along with her, if he's along with her, if I'm in the kitchen washing dishes, checking in on them, you know, changing his diaper. He's a child.
Right.
Be curious. You know, they're serious.
Yes.
If I'm changing her diaper, I'm not doing it directly in front of him. You know, things like that to try to help.
Right.
You know, but that's a sad situation, and unfortunately, it happens a lot in our homes, mostly. From family members, and so bringing awareness to that to our women is important. You know, constantly speaking on it, and let it be, you know, the more people who speak out against it, or who say, "Hey, it happened to me when I was young, my uncle or my cousin," you know, then maybe people will realize that it's a bigger problem than what they think.
Thank you for sharing that. Brothers and sisters, now I said at 7:45 I was going to be having a giveaway. If you enter into the chat now, I'm giving away 2 tickets to an event January 19, 2018 from 7 p.m. to 12 a.m. Bones and Bubbly Game Night put on by the Hear Ye podcast. You can win prizes and play games while kicking it with your favorite DFW podcast. $10 tickets on Eventbrite. For more information, you can contact the Hear Ye podcast at gmail.com. So tonight you can win 2 free tickets to this event. I'm giving these tickets away 2 more times in December and in January. So if you want to come out for free, come on, enter into the chat. First person enters into the chat. 2 frickets. Now look at that. I like to buy a consonant. 2 tickets. Hello. 2 tickets for you to go to the event tonight. Okay, my sister, I appreciate you sharing what you shared with us. And I want to get into the pieces or the piece that you'll perform for us this evening because, you know, I told them it was thunder and fire coming and they're ready.
Okay. So you want to hear the piece?
Oh, of course. I just want you to tell me the name of it so I can set it up so you can come to the stage.
Okay. So the piece that I'll share tonight, I haven't done it in a while, but the piece that I'd like to share tonight is called Hands Up, Don't Shoot.
Ooh. Okay, brothers and sisters. You know that we have definitely been experiencing a special treat this evening. So I want you to put your hands together because coming to the stage is Soul Scribe the Poet. And the name of your piece is, go ahead and tell them.
Hands Up, Don't Shoot.
Brothers and sisters, hands up, don't shoot. Soul Scribe the Poet coming to the stage. Let me go ahead and ask you all to give her a round of applause as she comes to the stage. With Hands Up, Don't Shoot. Take it away, my sister.
When we know justice, we'll know peace. But for now, my mind replays Trayvon face down in the street, beat and shot till there was no more heartbeat. And Jordan Davis and his friends just wanted to feel the beat. Why, it's a shame our little black boys can't go to the corner store up the street. And all Eric Garner wanted was just to breathe. My country 'tis of thee. Sweet lands of liberty, there's nothing sweet about this injustice when it seems that it is just us that are being taken down. So excuse me if I seem a little enraged, but like Michael Brown, my son is also brown. Loves music, sweets, and playing outside. So if he sees the cops, tell me, should he wave or run to hide? It's time for my people to wake up and stop standing by. They say progress. rarely comes from those who are content and secure. So we must ask ourselves, how can we do more to prevent more of our people from this modern-day lynching? It's a shame. These cops shoot without even flinching, no hesitation. It's sickening. They say love is the cure to hatred. But I want to know, what's love got to do with this? Hands up. Don't shoot. It seems like black lives don't seem to matter. The matter of the fact is good and evil will always exist, but riddle me this. How do you watch someone breaking the law and find them not guilty? This is sort of strange, like strange fruit hanging from Mississippi trees. Something must be in the water. Or this must just be the perfect season for this type of fruit that resembles our sons and daughters. Nothing grand about a jury that excuses the mistreatment and murder of another human being, please. Don't ask me why when a black man sees the cops, he thinks of fleeing. He just wants to breathe. I mean, he just wants to live. Hands up. Don't shoot.
Ooh, brothers and sisters. Call 911. We have a fire. Okay? Oh my gosh. Hands up. Don't shoot. That piece is heavy.
Yeah.
What was, and I mean, I pretty much know, but you know, we want to go through it. What was the deciding moment that made you say, I have to get involved in the community action through creating a piece? What made you decide to what was it? What was that? What was your, you know what? That's it.
Gosh.
Which
I want to say it was Eric Gardner.
Okay.
I want to say,
wow,
the way they took that man down, he could not breathe. I mean, he just wanted help. I mean, it's like watching it on the news.
Yes.
And tears and the frustration and the anger.
Yes.
It's like, this man is on the ground. He's just begging for some humanity.
Yes.
Someone will help him, and you're hurting him. And you're going to kill him because he's a big black man. And I know so many big black men, you know, and my son is a young black boy, and it's just, over time, hearing, you know, more and more cases of